What's going on? Today is Monday, and as you guys know, every single Monday we come at you, we spit
fire,
and we spit the truth and nothing but the truth. So today we're going to talk about how to make decisions when the economy is going to shit, right? Because a lot of times it's very difficult to make good business decisions, good choices when the economy or your marketplace or your business or your life is going through turmoil. So I want to talk about that today because I think that right now we're in the middle of a situation where there's war in Ukraine.
People are panicking.
Listen, people are panicking. Listen, it's war in Ukraine, war in, the Middle East. There's freaking wars everywhere. There's all kinds of shit going on. The economy is tanking. China's real estate market is going to shit. Mm-hmm. You have the American real estate market is about to go to shit as well because of all the interest rates are so high. Yeah. People, like a couple of years back, if you wanted to get a mortgage on a $400,000 house, right? It was affordable. Now a mortgage on a $400,000 is almost people can't afford that shit. Right? So I want to talk about that. So this is my, and I want to ask your opinion too, but my opinion is this. When things are tough, that is the time to go all in.
Yeah.
When things are challenging, when things are extremely painful, when things are not going your way, that is the time to execute and go all in. That is when you need to put all your chips in.
Yeah, you just got to be smart about it.
Of course, but the reason why I say that is because when things are going great, everybody is blindsided by greatness. Yeah. Everybody is blindsided by all this, like 2021, bro, 2020. Things are amazing, right? After the pandemic bullshit, everyone started having Lamborghinis and Ferraris and free money and free this. It was insane. Everybody was doing amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is not how an economy should feel like, because that's too crazy. And guess what happened? Stock market crashed. Guess what happened? The real estate market is about to crash right now. Like it's about to happen. Yeah. It's about to happen, right?
Yeah. But so they say like war though is good, at least for the United States, that it brings in a lot of money.
I mean, listen,
period.
Absolutely. I mean, money definitely is being brought in because of the wars. But my opinion is, war is not good.
It's good for the economy, is what I've heard.
It's good for the economy, but it's good for certain sectors of the economy. True. But who gives a fuck about the economy? So let's talk about your pocket economy. Yeah. Like, how you doing, right? Does the war really help you out? Like, unless you're selling military shit or, equipment, I mean, that doesn't really, unless you're doing that, God bless your soul. But, like, I'm talking about the regular Joey Schmoey out there, a guy like me, a guy like you, like, the war doesn't affect us in a positive way, right? It hurts us, right? So I look at it this way. I mean, when there's war, shit's going to be, the panic is everywhere. Yeah. But what are you going to do when shit is tough? That is the choice you have to make. When things are not easy, in my opinion, that is when you go all in. It's better to risk it when things are going through shit, because that is the time when everyone is panicking. When there's a lot of fear in the marketplace, that is when you need to go in there and you need to swoop things up. Things are at a discount. Like right now, we are on a hiring spree right now. We are hiring. Literally right now, we're opening up a location in Georgia. We're opening up a location in Utah. We're expanding. While everyone is thinking about contracting, we're expanding in. We're putting our money where our mouth is, right? Because we know for a fact that the market is going to need us. The market is going to need us, so we want to be prepared for that. While everyone is going backwards, we want to go forwards. That's the mindset I've always had. When things are tough, when things are not easy, that is the time you got to go in. That is the time you got to go all in. And listen, there's going to be challenges. Life is not all about, sunshines and rainbows and unicorns. Yeah. That may come once a year, once every 5 years, but you got to be ready to get punched in the face and see what happens. Like when somebody gets punched in the face, I look at it this way. Yeah. What will happen to that individual? Yeah. Will he get up or will he sit there and cry about losing a few teeth?
So what should someone do if they want to start putting their money where their mouth is in a time like this? Like, you think they have to study specific market? What do you do?
I mean, listen, it depends on what you're doing. Like for me, I'm looking at the market and I'm like, okay, if everyone is fearful, I got to be greedy. When everyone's greedy, I got to be fearful, right? I always look at those are key indicators that the economy is about to crash or about to explode. Yeah. When everyone's so panicky, everyone's so scared, everyone's so worried, I'm like, okay, great. We have another year or two of fucking this. While everyone's sleeping on this shit, I'm going to go all in. I'm going to go guns blazing. I'm going to put full force into what I'm doing. And when you go full force into one thing, like I don't have 17 things that I'm doing. I go focus on one thing at a time. Because my attention span is focused, right? I love to focus. Yeah. I don't like being a shotgun. I'm like a sniper.
How about for the people, though, that are like worried that maybe they've saved some money and whatnot, but then they're worried about where, obviously, since the world is in a really, really weird place, like they're preparing for the worst and things like that, you still think they should just start investing into different things, or?
I mean, listen, if the world goes to shit and you don't invest, what's going to happen with your money? It's going to go to shit anyway. If the world goes to shit and you invest, it doesn't matter, right? Whatever happens, if the world goes to shit, the world goes to shit. But you got to be prepared if the world doesn't go to shit. Now what? Use it to your advantage. Use the world going to shit maybe to your advantage. Everyone's afraid, you go all in. Everyone's afraid to hire people. Right now, top talent, A talent, is cheap. Very cheap because no one's willing to pay.
Yeah.
Right? So guess what? You can find great, talented people in any industry, in any field, and really hire some amazing people. You understand? Like that's you got to be. Listen, this is my job. As a CEO, they should change my fucking title. I'm not a CEO. I'm a CRO. I'm a Chief Recruiting Officer. I am always looking for talent. I'm literally scouting for talent 24/7. On Instagram, on Telegram, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on YouTube. I'm everywhere, and I'm always paying attention. I'm outside in the street, gas station, restaurant. I'm always looking for someone like yourself. I'm always looking for someone like a champion. I'm like, okay, how can I get this guy to do business with me? And it's not about me hiring them. It's about, okay, how do I give this guy an amazing opportunity where he can make a shit ton of money and get his dreams and goals accomplished? And by default, that helps our company, helps our team. That's the mindset I have. It's got to be a win-win situation. I'm like, okay, where do I find these people? There's a lot of A-type people out there. Now, we obviously have the main, the job posts, all these different places to hire people. But am I going to really find Michael Barives on there every single day? Not really. I'm going to find them by going out there and going out and about and attracting and magnetizing those people. So right now is the time, as the economy is going to shit, this is the time where a lot of people, A players, are kind of like at a position somewhere like, I'm not really happy there. I'm not really doing great there. And they're looking for some other place to call home. And usually, if you look at the biggest companies like Uber, like if you look at Airbnb, like those big, huge companies, they started during the recessions. Big companies like that started because two guys said, you know what? Fuck this shit.
Yeah.
I don't want to, I'm sick and tired of paying all these hotel prices. What if we could come up with an idea where we could share someone's living room or share someone's bedroom? And Airbnb came about. As a matter of fact, they started doing it in the beginning where it was breakfast and bed. That's how it started, right? It was breakfast and bed. It was called Airbnb, B&B, breakfast and bed, right? And they changed it obviously because they changed it to like a crazy model where it was like renting out people's homes and renting out people's rooms and all kinds of shit now. Now you look at the whole renting space. People are renting their own fucking cars now. Like Turo. Look at Turo, for example. Yeah. Turo's. I haven't used it. I'm about to use it in the next couple of days. I'm going to LA. I'm about to use it, and I want to see how it is. My friend told me it was amazing. It's an amazing experience, and it's cheaper than going to fucking Hertz. Yeah. I'm using someone else's car. Yeah. I could choose whatever car I want. They bring it to the airport. Yep. They pick me up. They drop you. Like they do all kinds of shit. I'm like, well, that's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah. And these companies all started, most of them, in when? Recessionary times. Yeah. So if you really think about it, Uber, Airbnb, a lot of these big companies, they started when shit was hitting the fan. So right now, you're about to see in the next 5-10 years amazing companies that come out of this era right now. Whether it's a recession, depression, oppression, doesn't fucking matter. It's not, the economy is not doing so amazing where everyone's fucking going out there making a lot of money. Interest rates are squeezing people left and right. And you got to make a decision. Are you going to go out there and go all in and use this as an opportunity and have the balls and the courage to go out there and win? Or are you going to sit there and mope and grope and cry about the situation that you're in?
Yeah. So you think real estate right now is like no go?
No. Real estate is perfect.
Perfect
time frame. I'm looking for deals. If you got any deals for me, let me know. 10 units and above, I'm looking at those deals. I'm looking for good deals because right now it's going to be an amazing time for the next 6, 12, 18, 24 months. People are going to be selling their shit because they're going to have to. Yeah. Divorce, problems, financial tightness in other areas of their businesses, other areas of their life. Guess what? I got to sell that $500,000 home, $500,000 house, $1 million fucking property, $2 million property. They're going to be selling a lot of that shit. So you're going to be there looking for those opportunities. If you have cash right now, it's the best time. Right? Don't be using your cash to buy bullshit. Someone asked me the other day, why don't you buy a Lamborghini? I got to explain myself every fucking time. Why do I want to buy a Lamborghini and not use it? If I'm going to use it for marketing, for recruiting, maybe I might get that. But in reality, do I really need that right now? Right now, no, this is the time to take my money and duplicate it and multiply that shit. So I'm looking for investments that I can put, whether it's people, whether it's assets, whether it's businesses, so I can multiply the money to make $1 turn into $5. And that's the mindset. But right now is the time to be courageous and be full of courage. Be full of courage. Don't be a pussy right now in this marketplace.
How about for the people that don't have the money to invest right now? Should they just go start applying to a bunch of jobs? Maybe it's You got an average Joe just trying to make
Yeah,
it?
yeah, it's a great question. So if you're
You're
an average Joe, you don't have the money that we're talking about, then guess what? Go out there and find a sales gig. This is the best time to go into sales. My opinion. Hey, I hate sales. Okay. I hated sales too. As a matter of fact, there's not one human being in this fucking world that hated sales more than me. I hated it because I'm an extroverted guy.
Yeah.
But I don't like fucking around with people because I think most people are stupid in my opinion. We can all agree that most people out there are just not so smart.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't want to deal with people all the time, especially when we go door to door, table events. I'm like, oh, I'm dealing with idiots. I don't want to deal with that, right? So I wanted to deal with, a higher caliber of people. But I was like, you know what? Fuck it. There's an opportunity here. I'm going to attack it, grab it, and fucking move it. And that's what I did. So what I recommend is if you don't have millions of opportunities out there, get a sales gig, right? And by the way, when I say the word sales, you may think only a sales job. No. 90% of jobs are dealing with persuading other people. Think about that. If you're a restaurant manager, you're persuading other people to come to your restaurant. Right? If you're a videographer, I know you love to shoot videos. Like I know you love to shoot videos.
Yeah.
You're still persuading people to do what? To give you business.
Absolutely.
So sales is in every single aspect. So go find places where you can be persuasive and get compensated on that persuasion. Okay. And I think that right now is a time where you're going to make a shit ton of money on a commission basis. See, a lot of companies
are
willing.
The fastest way right now?
For commission?
Yeah, it's like make money the fastest, you would say.
I think the fastest way to make money is commission because I tell you why. As a commission salesperson, you get exactly what you fucking kill. You hunt, you kill, you eat. And if you're an ambitious guy, you can go out there and do it. In an economy like this, most people don't want to pay high salaries. Yeah. They're looking at firing people and laying off people. Yeah. So think about it. If they give you a really good salary, 2 months from now, they might say, this fit not be for you. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you got to be very smart about that and say, you know what? Let me go out there and say, you know what? Fuck the salary. Give me straight commission. I'll fucking perform. Pay me based on the business that I bring in. And that owner, that company will be like, you know what? I got nothing to lose. Done. Hired. So you put yourself in a position to win. Like, think about it. If the companies are losing money or they're going through a tight moment in their business, would they hire someone on a commission basis only or someone on salary? Commission. Yeah. So out there right now, a lot of companies are about to be bleeding, and they're bleeding right now. Go out there and create success, create results, and people will compensate you for that. And you'll make way more money than if you were on salary.
Right. So let's say you're convincing somebody right now on the other side of this to go for the sales job. What are qualities that you think they need to have to smash it in that market?
If you want to get good at sales, in my opinion, you need to have a hungry mentality. Like you need to be hungry to learn because everything in sales is about learning and applying it the next minute. So you make a mistake, you apply. You make a mistake, you learn, you apply, right? You apply the change. That's what sales is all about. You got to be hungry to learn. The second thing is you got to be willing to do whatever it takes in terms of work ethic. Yeah. A lot of people have a snobby mentality. They're like, oh, I wouldn't do this, I wouldn't do that. If you have that kind of mentality, you're not going to make it. Like if it ever comes out of your mouth, oh, I would never do that, then guess what? That's not for you because in sales, you got to do shit that you don't want to do. Yeah. You got to do shit. Like 90% of it is shit you don't want to do.
It's like beggars can't be choosers kind of mindset.
100%. You got to be willing to go out there and do whatever it takes. Grinding. Also, don't think about if you're looking for a perfect schedule, it's not for you. There's no perfect schedule in success. You just do it or you don't do it. So go out there and do it. Yeah. Go out there and grind. Go out there and hustle. Go out there and push. Go out there and shove. Go out there and smack some shit. So that's number 2. And number 3, you have to have a burning desire for something greater than just money. Yeah. You have to have that. Because when you have a burning desire for something greater than just money, you're able to push through the negative. You're able to push through the down days. Yeah. You're able to push through when shit doesn't go your way for 4 fucking days straight. You got no commission, no sales, and you're like, damn, bro, is this for me? That is what I recommend. So you have to have those 3 things in place, and most likely you'll be a good sales guy.
Yeah. And no matter what field you're in, you're going to have to work hard regardless because some people look at sales and they're like, dang, like I don't know if I have that in me or
100%.
I'm going to have to work too hard, which you're going to have to work hard. But at the end of the day, it's like.
Choose your hard.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, any field, like if you're not working hard, you're not going to make money.
Choose your hard, bro.
Yeah, you're going to be a bum.
Listen, I chose my heart. I chose to work hard in my 20s so I can live my life in my 30s. I don't work hard now. If you ask me, I'll be honest, I don't work hard now. I work smart. Yeah. Why the fuck would I want to work hard? Someone asked me, how many, you put so much hard work into these videos. If you only fucking knew what I do. Yeah. Once a day, I do a training with my guys, an hour, right? Maybe 45 minutes. We do a podcast for 45 minutes to an hour or 30 minutes. And we go out there in the street for about an hour and a half, 2 hours max. Yeah. 3-4 hours, and my whole content for the whole week is done. Yep. Think about that. I literally put 12 hours to 15 hours a month into content producing and producing my content. And by the way, I'm not like adding extra 12 to 15 hours. I'm literally what? Living my life. I'm training my guys. I'm having a conversation. This is the only part and the interviews that may be a little bit of work.
Yeah.
But even then, I made some great people, met some great relationships. I recruited a bunch of sales guys through that. So it fucking worked out in a beautiful way. So you got to just choose your heart is my thing. Choose your heart. Do you want to work hard when you're 30 and 40? Or do you want to work hard when you're 20? Well, Michael, I'm not 20 anymore. Great. So work hard in your 30s so you don't have to live like that in fucking 40s and 50s. I mean, it's common sense. It's common sense. You're going to work hard. Question is, for who and when? And if you want to do it when you're younger, it's much better than doing it later. You're going to pay a price, like I always say. Yeah. You're going to pay the price. The only difference is if you pay the price now, there's no interest. If you pay the price later, there's a very hefty fine. Interest. Yeah, and the interest rates are right now, right? So you're going to get screwed, right? Yeah. So that's my mindset. I've always thought of it that way. Like, you got to go out there and fucking pay the price. I am not a procrastinator. Yeah. I want to get it out of the way. Yeah. I want that shit out of the way. If there's a task, like right now, if you check my emails, I got 0 unread emails.
Were you ever procrastinator at some point, or?
I don't think so. I don't think I ever. Maybe on certain things, but not really. I'm not a procrastinator type of person. I don't like things piling up. Yeah. I like to see if I see something here done, or I make someone else on my team do it. Hey, let's get it done, because I don't want to forget. Because what happens is you get one thing that comes to your table, then a second thing, then a third thing, then a fourth. Now you're like fucking sitting like, oh shit, I got 4 things to do now. You're like, I'll do it tomorrow. Okay, then you have 6 things tomorrow added on top. Now you got 10 things, and now you're like, oh shit, my life sucks. Yeah. Now you're full of anxiety. Why? Oh, because you didn't do the first thing first? Yeah. And you could have just boom, 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 quickly. Yeah. Right? So it's much easier. And if you have a hard time with getting shit done, use a task management tool like Asana or something like that. It'll help you. Like, I use checklists and all kinds of stuff, but it's like I get shit out of the way. I don't like things piling up. I hate that shit because I like freedom. Yeah.
I think once you get disciplined, though, it's like it becomes you develop a better habit of just
you create a rhythm.
Getting rid of
You create a rhythm. And my rhythm is like I love peace and tranquility. Like my Saturdays and I used to work 7. I told you, like I used to work for 7 days a week for years, bro. Years. 100-hour weeks. Then I pulled it down to 6 days a week, right? Like pounding it, 80 hours a week, 75 hours a week, right? Then I changed it to like 5.5 to 6. And just a year and a half ago, or maybe a year and a half or 2 years ago, I literally stopped working 6 days a week. Yeah. Now I work 5 days a week. Yeah. Saturdays I don't work. Friday nights is Shabbat. Saturdays is Shabbat for me too, so I don't work. And then I have Sundays I don't work. Yeah. Go to the shooting range, watch the movies, eat, cheat meal, whatever, right? Yeah. That's what I've been doing lately.
Yeah. It's interesting, though, that you mentioned, like, people letting work pile up and then they get anxiety, right? So, like, so many people deal with anxiety nowadays. And it's like, when you think about it, most people just do it to themselves.
Anxiety is about you worried about the future. Yeah. Right? You can't see the future, so you're so worried about the future. Right? When you're depressed, you're thinking about what? The past. Yeah. You're thinking about the past. You're always looking at the car in the rearview mirror, driving with the rearview mirror in your fucking face. With anxiety, you don't know the future. You have a fucking cloud in front of you. You're like, you're so worried what's going to happen. Yeah. And it could go either way. Yeah. So I think you got to live in the present. Live in the future with your dreams and your goals, but act in the present. I don't really worry about tomorrow, next week, next month, right? Mm-hmm. I worry about it in the sense of working hard and getting my dreams and goals accomplished, but I'm not really worried. Like, what's going to happen? Yeah. I'm supposed to go to LA on Thursday. Yeah. Who fucking knows? Flight can get canceled. I went to South Africa and my flight got canceled for 1 day. I'm like, all right.
Some people say that like, oh, I have social anxiety and stuff like that. Like, what do you think about
that? Social anxiety, they're so worried what other people think of them that they're giving those people so much credit that they're even thinking about you in the first place. Number one, you're giving them credit that they actually even think, because 90% of people don't fucking think. And the second credit you're giving them is that they're actually thinking of you. Like, who the fuck are you that they're thinking about you all fucking day? Believe me, they're not thinking about you. They're thinking about their own shit, their own situations. They're not worried about you. Yeah. The second you shake someone's hand, 2 seconds later, they're gone. They don't even remember your name.
Yeah, people forget about things so fast. People do videos all the time. I see like on TikTok and stuff like that. They'll be doing the most outrageous things ever, and they're like, but they're trying to,
I don't give a shit. I have videos. I had someone tell me this morning, oh, you have a lot of videos, they're getting a lot of hate. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Yeah. Hate me, please, hate me. Please put a bunch of negative comments.
Nobodies.
I see free Palestine, free this, free that. Let's go, put it there for me. It's helping my algorithm. I don't give a rip's ass. Yeah. You can shit talk about me all fucking day. Make fun of my hair, make fun of my eyes, make fun of my toes, make fun of my feet. I don't give a shit. Make fun of my fingers, right? Right? I don't care, because at the end of the day, while I know for a fact that 2 seconds you gave me that attention, it doesn't even fucking matter, because the whole world's gonna forget. If I fuck up on camera, okay, people are going to forget. They're not going to sit there and, put a screen in their house. Oh, my God, Michael made a mistake. Yeah. Nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
If I don't give a shit, you shouldn't give a shit.
I'll be honest. You're one of the the few people I know that are very, how do I say this? Like, you definitely don't care what people think. Like, I mean, obviously, you grew up doing sales and all these things, so I think you just went straight to the friggin' gist of the whole thing. But how would you say, like, the best way to overcome that is? Obviously, it's like you can say, yeah, you just don't care about what people think. But
it's hard to say. Listen, I care what people think when it comes to me being rude, respect, and being a normal
morality, manners,
stuff like that. But I don't care about their opinions about what I'm doing and where I'm going. And because
like
maybe
it's that fear.
Maybe I don't know the right word, superiority, inferiority, whatever the word is. I'm not really good at English just like that, but there's a word in the dictionary where you feel like you're better than people, right? And I kind of slightly feel like I'm a little bit narcissistic, a little bit, that I'm a little bit better than most people. Maybe because I have some gifts, some talents. I'm just a little bit faster, sharper, whatever. Okay, that's what I feel in my head. So it kind of helps you to think that you could do shit that's a little bit, I can get away with shit. That's kind of like the mentality. But in reality, I'm very humble as well at the same time. So it's a very kind of like contradicting oxymoron kind of conversation in my own head. Yeah. Like I'm better than most people, like fuck these idiots. Yeah. But I'm also like, I love people. I want to help people, right? Yeah. So it's kind of like that contradiction that goes in my head. So I'm able to not give a rat's ass what people think. When someone says, oh, that's a bad idea, I'm like, perfect. Like I get maybe because my mind is fueled by people telling me I can't do something. Maybe it's fueled by people telling me you're an idiot or hate or any kind of like animosity towards me. I use that as fuel. Yeah. Right? So I learned how to take that energy that's negative and turn it to positive energy. So because there's a lot of negativity out there. Yeah. So I use that negative energy as positive energy for me. Yeah. It's kind of like a vampire uses blood to survive. I use their blood, they're spitting on me as a survival mechanism to win in life. You know what I mean? So I don't put too much weight on what people think. And on top of it, I'm like, okay, what does this person have that I should worry about what he thinks? Yeah. Think about that.
I think a lot of people deal with, social anxiety, but it's one of those things where they're scared to be in uncomfortable situations or, scared to step out and be uncomfortable. And at the end of the day, that's like,
well, that's what I'm talking about.
Doing that is what's going to fix it.
Listen, this is why in this economy, you got to go out there and do what you need to do. Get over your fears. You got to go out there and produce and create results.
There's obviously things that you can do to make yourself more confident in overcoming these things. So it's obviously you want to not care about what people think, but at the end of the day, if you invest in yourself, learn new skill sets, 100%. Do all those things, you're going to feel more confident to them.
You said a powerful word, confidence, right? Confidence means confidence. It means con, which means with. Fidance means faith. Yeah. When you have faith in what you're doing, you have more confidence. Like, for example, I'm looking for a wife. Yeah. Okay? There's nothing that I can do that can guarantee me to get married. Yeah. Ultimately, God is the one in charge. He's the one that's going to put the right person in front of me and say, you know what, this is your soulmate, this is the person you're going to marry. Yeah. But because I have so much faith that he's going to do that for me, I'm able to talk to a girl with confidence, the knowing that if this is this, I look at every girl like this could be potentially like first conversation, maybe she's the one. That's the hope, right? Yeah. I don't want to talk to 7,000 girls. No, I want to talk to one and that's it, right? But you talk to one, you're like, I hope this is the one. She opens her mouth like, oh shit, this is not for me. Next. Yeah. You go to another one. You talk to her and she opens her mouth like, maybe, but no, I don't feel good about it. My gut says fuck that. You go until you find the one when you feel good about it, and you know, even if you go through those numbers of conversations with different girls, who's in charge? He is. Absolutely. There's nothing that I can say that can fuck up the situation with me and my future wife. Yeah. Nothing. I cannot fuck up the ultimate spiritual decision that God has made on my life.
You know what we have to talk about one day? Side note is
we can.
God in business and stuff like spirituality in business.
We'll talk about that next week. How about that? Maybe we'll take a note, right? Spirituality in business, which is very important. Yeah. But like I know for a fact that God's gonna bless me with my wife. Yeah. And the girls that I've been with in my life were blessings and lessons to learn what I should do, what I shouldn't do, in the life that I need to live and should live. Yeah. Because I didn't have the experience, right? So guess what? That was 10 years of dating girls. I had a lot of experience, right? Yeah. You learn a lot over 10 years, right? Yeah. So what I learned, this is what I learned, is that you cannot ruin anything when you have confidence. With faith, I know for a fact I can feel confident enough to talk to any chick and know for a fact that that one may be the one. And if not, you keep going until you find the one. But I know for a fact that God's not going to steer me into a dirty pit. He got my back in so many situations, so I just know for a fact it's going to happen. It's just I'm just a little bit impatient, and I want it now, right? And it's okay, but he's in charge, not me. That's why I'm willing to make the decisions, make the steps necessary to figure out where's my wife. Yeah. But like, where was she? I don't know. But he made a decision for me to be 32 and not find her yet. Okay. Yeah. Or maybe I found her. Maybe she's around the corner. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's one of the girls that I'm talking to. I don't know. He's in charge, not me. But I know for a fact that when I find out who that person is, game over, right? Confidence. It's all up to God. It's all up to God. You just got to make that decision and say, you know what? Confidant.
Yeah.
With faith. And when you have faith,
yeah.
game over. You can walk and talk with such power because you know for a fact that you're going to be taken care of.
Yeah. You know what that reminds me of too, though? I think that's like an amazing point. Faith, for sure. And then the second thing I would say is purpose behind what you do, which you kind of said earlier, you know. But if you have your why and the purpose to why you're doing something.
Pretty desire.
My goodness. You become unstoppable, man.
You know what it is? You create second. You know the second wind in soccer? Like they can run for hours.
Yeah.
The first 15, 20 minutes is fucking tough, right? But then all of a sudden, when you get that second win, it happens in business, happens in everything. Second you get that second win, you can run for hours.
Yeah.
Hours. And you're not feeling tired. You're just like, oh, why? You got the second win.
Yeah.
So you need to have that burning desire because that burning desire is the second win.
Yeah.
That second win keeps you fired up. Huh?
A lot of people don't think about their why behind their doing things. And that's
they're just going through the coast because mom and daddy told them to do it.
Yeah.
Or uncle said go to school or uncle said go get the job. They have no idea where, you know, a lot of young people are confused and lost. Especially in this economy right now, they're lost.
Yeah.
What do I do?
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you want? Where do you want to be? What kind of life you want to live?
Yeah.
And a lot of times they feel like everything out there is too far-fetched for them. It's not realistic. Well, listen, nothing is realistic until you make it real. You got to make it real.
Yeah.
You have to make it real. It's your choice to make it real.
Yeah.
You think my life was realistic to where I am? No way, bro. I made this life real. I chose to live this life. And I will not accept anything less than this. Yeah. And I will accept more and more and more into my life. Yeah. Because I know what I'm worth. I know what I'm capable of doing. And I will not allow anyone to stop me from getting the things that I deserve. Not in an entitled way.
Yeah.
I got to earn it. I'm going to go work for it. I'm going to bust my ass for it. I'm going to serve people for it.
Yep.
And I know what I deserve, though.
Yep.
As long as I put in all the work and effort.
Yeah.
So in this economy right now, you should be going out there and crushing it, using this platform to go crush it. Right now, you guys have so much opportunity in this world right now. It's unreal.
Yeah. Definitely don't stay comfortable. I think we can end it on this thought. But it's like there's no better time than now, like you said. And it's one of those things that you can even think about, man, there's war going on in different places. Like some of those people will never see the time of day. Some of those people will have their maybe like terrible lives after this situation that's going on with them. And you probably have a way better opportunity than anyone in that situation. So it's like you're blessed to be breathing, having food on the table, whatever your situation is.
Yeah, but everyone says that. And it's like, oh, yeah, every time I hear someone say, oh, yeah, food on the table, compare yourself to someone in Africa. That stuff is awesome.
But I'm saying you're blessed to have that opportunity to get your, like that, for me, that's a reason to
get
your ass off.
You are living an A-style lifestyle.
Yeah.
You are living an A-style lifestyle in America.
Yeah.
If you're not in America, okay, maybe a B lifestyle.
Yeah.
You're living in freaking, somewhere in the middle of the woods in Africa, okay, great. You're living a C or D lifestyle, but you still got a chance to upgrade. Yeah. There's a lot of stories of guys that lived in the slums and built themselves up. There should be no reason why that you cannot do what you need to do. Yeah. Go out there and take the opportunities that are in front of you. Yep. Be courageous. Stop being fearful. Go out there and crush it. Go out to the marketplace and get what you fucking deserve and go fucking win for your family.
Absolutely.
And we appreciate you serving us and watching our content. So we appreciate you guys. So if you have not subscribed yet to the channel, if you have not yet liked the channel, do me a favor, comment, like, subscribe to the channel. We need your support to get to the next level. And we'll see you guys in the next video.